Welcome to this MCQ practice session on common intention under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. In this session, we will cover important questions based on Section 3, Subsection 5, along with important principles, illustrations, and landmark cases. Question 1. Section 3, Subsection 5, embodies which principle? A. Strict liability. B. Common intention. C. Private defense. D. Necessity. The correct answer is B. Common intention. Question 2. The liability under Section 3, Subsection 5, arises when A. A criminal act is done by one person only. B. A criminal act is done by several persons in furtherance of the common intention of all. C. There's only abetment. D. There's only conspiracy. The correct answer is B. A criminal act is done by several persons in furtherance of the common intention of all. Question 3. Which of the following is an essential ingredient of Section 3, Subsection 5? A. Criminal act by several persons. B. Common intention. C. Participation in the act. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 4. Common intention implies A. Similar intention. B. Independent intention. C. A prearranged plan and acting in concert. D. Mere presence at the scene. The correct answer is C. A prearranged plan and acting in concert. Question 5. Mere presence at the scene of occurrences. A. Sufficient for Section 3, Subsection 5. B. Sufficient only in murder cases. C. Not sufficient by itself. D. Always conclusive proof. The correct answer is C. Not sufficient by itself. Question 6. Section 3, Subsection 5, creates A. A substantive offense. B. A rule of evidence only. C. A principle of joint liability. D. A civil liability. The correct answer is C. A principle of joint liability. Question 7. The expression, in furtherance of the common intention of all, requires A. Separate acts only. B. Joint action towards a common design. C. Written agreement. D. Motive alone. The correct answer is B. Joint action towards a common design. Question 8. Common intention may develop A. Only long before the occurrence. B. On the spot during the occurrence. C. Only through a written agreement. D. Only after the offense. The correct answer is B. On the spot during the occurrence. Question 9. Under Section 3, Subsection 5, each participant is liable A. Only for his individual act. B. As if he alone had committed the entire act. C. Only for abetment. D. Only for conspiracy. The correct answer is B. As if he alone had committed the entire act. Question 10. Which of the following is not an essential element of Section 34? A. Common intention. B. Participation. C. Criminal act by several persons. D. Completion of the offense by each accused separately. The correct answer is D. Completion of the offense by each accused separately. Question 11. Common intention differs from similar intention because A. Similar intention requires prior meeting of minds. B. Common intention requires a shared design. C. Similar intention creates joint liability automatically. D. There is no difference. The correct answer is B. Common intention requires a shared design. Question 12. Participation under Section 34 may be A. Physical only. B. Mental only. C. Active assistance in furtherance of the common intention. D. Mere knowledge. The correct answer is C. Active assistance in furtherance of the common intention. Question 13. Which section of the BNS corresponds to the principle of common intention? A. Section 3, Subsection 5. B. Section 2, Subsection 26. C. Section 62. D. Section 109. The correct answer is A. Section 3, Subsection 5. Question 14. Section 3, Subsection 5, provides that each person is liable A. Only for the act personally committed. B. In the same manner as if the act were done by him alone. C. Only if he inflicted the fatal injury. D. Only if he planned the offense. The correct answer is B. In the same manner as if the act were done by him alone. Question 15. The foundation of joint liability under Section 3, Subsection 5, is A. Negligence. B. Common intention. C. Motive. D. Knowledge alone. The correct answer is B. Common intention. Question 16. Which of the following best explains common intention? A. Independent acts with different objectives. B. A meeting of minds to commit a criminal act. C. Mere presence during the offense. D. Similar conduct after the offense. The correct answer is B. A meeting of minds to commit a criminal act. Question 17. If A and B jointly attack C according to a prearranged plan, Section 34 is attracted because of A. Similar intention. B. Common intention. C. Strict liability. D. Vicarious liability. The correct answer is B. Common intention. Question 18. Common intention may be inferred from A. Conduct of the accused. B. Nature of the act. C. Circumstances of the case. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 19. Which of the following is true regarding common intention? A. It must always be proved by direct evidence. B. It can be inferred from circumstances. C. It is presumed in every case involving several persons. D. It applies only to murder. The correct answer is B. It can be inferred from circumstances. Question 20. If one accused performs only a minor act but acts in furtherance of the common intention, he A. is not liable. B. is liable under the principle of common intention. C. is liable only for abetment. D. is liable only for conspiracy. The correct answer is B. He is liable under the principle of common intention. Question 21. The essence of Section 34 is A. Individual liability. B. Joint liability. C. Civil liability. D. Absolute liability. The correct answer is B. Joint liability. Question 22. Common intention requires A. Participation in action. B. A shared criminal design. C. Both A and B. D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is C. Both A and B. Question 23. Which statement is correct? A. Section 3, subsection 5, punishes conspiracy. B. Section 3, subsection 5, fixes joint liability for a criminal act done in furtherance of common intention. C. Section 3, subsection 5, applies only to preparation. D. Section 3, subsection 5, applies only to attempt. The correct answer is B. Question 24. If A and B agree to assault C and both participate, the liability under Section 34 is based on A. Similar intention. B. Common intention. C. Mere presence. D. Negligence. The correct answer is B. Common intention. Question 25. The requirement of a prearranged plan is associated with A. Common intention. B. Strict liability. C. Private defense. D. Mistake of fact. The correct answer is A. Common intention. Question 26. Which of the following may establish participation under Section 34? A. Guarding the entrance during the offense. B. Preventing rescue. C. Assisting co-accused during the commission of the offense. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 27. Common intention can arise. A. Instantly before the commission of the offense. B. During the commission of the offense. C. Earlier by prior arrangement. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 28. Under Section 34, liability is A. Several only. B. Joint and constructive. C. Civil only. D. Personal only. The correct answer is B. Joint and constructive. Question 29. The words, as if it were done by him alone, indicate A. Separate punishment only. B. Individual responsibility for the whole criminal act. C. Exemption from liability. D. Liability only for preparation. The correct answer is B. Individual responsibility for the whole criminal act. Question 30. The most important distinction between common intention and similar intention is that common intention involves A. Mere knowledge. B. Independent motives. C. Concerted action in furtherance of a shared criminal design. D. Different objectives. The correct answer is C. Concerted action in furtherance of a shared criminal design. Question 31. Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS is based on the doctrine of A. Absolute liability. B. Constructive joint liability. C. Strict liability. D. Vicarious civil liability. The correct answer is B. Constructive joint liability. Question 32. The phrase, in furtherance of the common intention of all, means A. Independent action by each accused. B. A shared criminal design carried out jointly. C. Mere knowledge of the offense. D. Presence at the scene. The correct answer is B. A shared criminal design carried out jointly. Question 33. Which of the following is the most important requirement of Section 3, subsection 5? A. Prior-written agreement. B. Common intention. C. Motive. D. Recovery of weapon. The correct answer is B. Common intention. Question 34. A common intention may be formed. A. Only before the offense. B. Only during investigation. C. Before during the commission of the offense. D. Only after the offense. The correct answer is C. Before during the commission of the offense. Question 35. Under Section 3, subsection 5, liability is imposed on A. Only the principal offender. B. Every participant acting in furtherance of the common intention. C. Witnesses. D. Abettors only. The correct answer is B. Every participant acting in furtherance of the common intention. Question 36. Section 3, subsection 5, is generally invoked when a criminal act is done by A. One person. B. Two more persons. C. A public servant only. D. A company only. The correct answer is B. Two more persons. Question 37. The principle of common intention is an exception to A. Civil liability. B. Individual criminal liability. C. Constitutional law. D. Contract law. The correct answer is B. Individual criminal liability. Question 38. Which of the following may be used by courts to infer common intention? A. Conduct before the occurrence. B. Conduct during the occurrence. C. Conduct after the occurrence. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 39. If A and B simultaneously attack C with a common design, their liability arises because of A. Similar intention. B. Common intention. C. Negligence. D. Accident. The correct answer is B. Common intention. Question 40. The expression, each of such persons is liable for that act, indicates A. Joint punishment only. B. Individual liability for the entire criminal act. C. Civil compensation. D. Liability only for personal acts. The correct answer is B. Individual liability for the entire criminal act. Question 41. Which of the following is not sufficient by itself to establish common intention? A. Presence at the scene. B. Participation in the criminal act. C. Conduct indicating shared intention. D. Coordination among the accused. The correct answer is A. Presence at the scene. Question 42. The illustrations under Section 3, subsection 5, show that liability may arise through A. Acts. B. Omissions. C. Cooperation. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 43. When A and B administer poison separately according to a common plan, they are A. Guilty of separate offences only. B. Both guilty of murder. C. Guilty only of attempt. D. Guilty only of conspiracy. The correct answer is B. Both guilty of murder. Question 44. The jail illustration under Section 3, subsection 5, demonstrates liability based on A. Negligence. B. Common intention through illegal omission. C. Accident. D. Private defense. The correct answer is B. Common intention through illegal omission. Question 45. If A and B do not cooperate with each other, Section 3, subsection 5, generally, A. Automatically applies. B. Does not apply merely because both acted. C. Applies only in murder cases. D. Applies only if both are present. The correct answer is B. It does not apply merely because both acted. Question 46. The illustration where A is guilty only of attempt to murder shows the importance of A. Cooperation. B. Written agreement. C. Motive. D. Recovery of weapon. The correct answer is A. Cooperation. Question 47. Section 3, subsection 9, of the BNS provides that several persons engaged in the same criminal act A. Must be guilty of the same offense. B. May be guilty of different offenses. C. Are guilty only of conspiracy. D. Cannot be tried together. The correct answer is B. May be guilty of different offenses. Question 48. In the illustration of grave provocation, A is guilty of A. Murder. B. Culpable homicide not amounting to murder. C. Attempt to murder. D. Abetment. The correct answer is B. Culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Question 49. In the same illustration, B is guilty of murder because A. He was provoked. B. He acted with an independent intention to kill. C. He was merely present. D. He acted negligently. The correct answer is B. He acted with an independent intention to kill. Question 50. Which landmark case emphasized the requirement of a prearranged plan? A. Suresh v. State of UP. B. Mehboob Shah v. King Emperor. C. Virendra Singh v. State of MP. D. Krishna Govind Patil v. State of Maharashtra. The correct answer is B. Mehboob Shah v. King Emperor. Question 51. Which case held that participation and common intention are both essential? A. Pandurang v. State of Hyderabad. B. Mehboob Shah v. King Emperor. C. Suresh v. State of UP. D. Virendra Singh v. State of MP. The correct answer is A. Pandurang v. State of Hyderabad. Question 52. Which case held that mere presence is not sufficient? A. Pandurang. B. Mehboob Shah. C. Krishna Govind Patil. D. Suresh. The correct answer is C. Krishna Govind Patil. Question 53. Which case recognized that common intention can develop on the spot? A. Virendra Singh v. State of MP. B. Mehboob Shah. C. Pandurang. D. Krishna Govind Patil. The correct answer is A. Virendra Singh v. State of MP. Question 54. Which case held that active participation need not always involve inflicting the fatal injury? A. Suresh v. State of UP. B. Mehboob Shah. C. Pandurang. D. Virendra Singh. The correct answer is A. Suresh v. State of UP. Question 55. The doctrine of common intention is primarily concerned with A. Civil responsibility. B. Joint criminal responsibility. C. Contractual liability. D. Constitutional remedies. The correct answer is B. Joint criminal responsibility. Question 56. Which of the following best distinguishes common intention from criminal conspiracy? A. Common intention requires an agreement in every case. B. Criminal conspiracy is complete with the agreement itself. C. Common intention applies only to attempt. D. There's no distinction. The correct answer is B. Criminal conspiracy is complete with the agreement itself. Question 57. The liability under Section 3, subsection 5, is attracted when the accused A. Intentionally cooperate in the commission of the offense. B. Are merely relatives. C. Have similar motives only. D. Are present in the locality. The correct answer is A. Intentionally cooperate in the commission of the offense. Question 58. Common intention may be inferred from A. The manner of attack. B. The conduct of the accused. C. The surrounding circumstances. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 59. Section 3, subsection 5, does not require A. Participation. B. Common intention. C. A formal written agreement. D. A criminal act by several persons. The correct answer is C. A formal written agreement. Question 60. The main object of Section 3, subsection 5, is to A. Create a new substantive offense. B. Fasten joint liability where a criminal act is done in furtherance of a common intention. C. Punish conspiracy. D. Punish preparation. The correct answer is B. To fasten joint liability where a criminal act is done in furtherance of a common intention. Question 61. Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS deals with A. Common object. B. Common intention. C. Criminal conspiracy. D. Abetment. The correct answer is B. Common intention. Question 62. Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS applies when a criminal act is done by A. One person alone. B. Several persons. C. A public servant only. D. Two or more persons irrespective of intention. The correct answer is B. Several persons. Question 63. Under Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS, the criminal act must be done in furtherance of A. Common object. B. Common intention. C. Criminal conspiracy. D. Personal intention. The correct answer is B. Common intention. Question 64. Which of the following is an essential ingredient of Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS? A. Criminal act. B. Participation of several persons. C. Common intention. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 65. Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS primarily creates a rule of A. Evidence, B. Joint liability, C. Strict liability, D. Vicarious liability of the state. The correct answer is B. Joint liability. Question 66. Under Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS, each person participating in the criminal act may be liable A. Only for his individual act, B. In the same manner as if the act were done by him alone, C. Only for abetment, D. Only when he is the principal offender. The correct answer is B. In the same manner as if the act were done by him alone. This reflects the express language of Section 3(5) of the BNS. Question 67. Which of the following is not an essential requirement of Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS? A. Several persons, B. Criminal act, C. Common intention, D. Common object. The correct answer is D. Common object. Question 68. The expression, common intention, under Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS primarily indicates A. A common purpose shared by the participants, B. An accidental meeting of persons, C. Mere presence at the scene, D. Individual intention without participation. The correct answer is A. A common purpose shared by the participants. Question 69. Mere presence of a person at the scene of crime is A. Always sufficient to attract Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS, B. Never relevant under Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS, C. Not by itself sufficient to establish liability under Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS, D. Automatically proof of common intention. The correct answer is C. Not by itself sufficient to establish liability under Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS. Question 70. For applying Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS, the participation of the accused must be connected with A. Common intention, B. Common object only, C. Criminal conspiracy only, D. Negligence. The correct answer is A. Common intention. Question 71. The doctrine under Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS is based upon the principle that A. Every person is liable only for his own independent act, B. A criminal act done by several persons in furtherance of common intention may result in joint liability, C. Only the person causing the injury can be convicted, D. Presence itself constitutes guilt. The correct answer is B. A criminal act done by several persons in furtherance of common intention may result in joint liability. Question 72. Which case is associated with the principle of common intention? A. Mehboob Shah vs. Emperor, B. Dono vs. Stevenson, C. Rylance vs. Fletcher, D. Carlyle vs. Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. The correct answer is A. Mehboob Shah vs. Emperor. Question 73. In Mehboob Shah vs. Emperor, the principle principally concerned A. Common intention under Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS, B. Common object under Section 149 BNS, C. Criminal breach of trust, D. Defamation. The correct answer is A. Common intention. Question 74. Which of the following cases is associated with common intention? A. Pandurang, Tukia and Bhilya vs. State of Hyderabad, B. Keswananda Bharti vs. State of Kerala, C. Maneka Gandhi vs. Union of India, D. Dono vs. Stevenson. The correct answer is A. Pandurang, Tukia and Bhilya vs. State of Hyderabad. Question 75. Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS is generally invoked where the accused persons A. Act independently without any connection, B. Act in furtherance of a common intention, C. Are merely present at the place, D. Have only a common object without participation. The correct answer is B. Act in furtherance of a common intention. Question 76. Which statement is correct regarding common intention? A. It necessarily requires a written agreement, B. It can be inferred from the conduct and circumstances of the case, C. It can never be inferred from circumstances, D. It is identical to common object under Section 149 BNS. The correct answer is B. It can be inferred from the conduct and circumstances of the case. Question 77. Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS requires participation of A. At least one person, B. Several persons, C. Only two witnesses, D. Only the principal offender. The correct answer is B. Several persons. Question 78. The liability under Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS is attracted when the criminal act is done. A. In furtherance of the common intention of all. B. Without any intention. C. Only by the main accused. D. Accidentally by one accused. The correct answer is A. In furtherance of the common intention of all. Question 79. Which combination correctly represents the three principal elements discussed in this topic? A. Criminal act, several persons, and common intention. B. Common object, unlawful assembly, and 5 persons. C. Negligence, injury, and compensation. D. Conspiracy, abetment, and attempt. The correct answer is A. Criminal act, several persons, and common intention. Question 80. Section 3, 5 of the BNS does not create A. Joint criminal liability. B. A rule for attributing liability for acts done in furtherance of common intention. C. A substantive offense by itself. D. Liability based upon participation in a common intention. The correct answer is C. A substantive offense by itself. Question 81. Mehboob Shah vs. Emperor is relevant to the doctrine of A. Common intention. B. Common object. C. Private defense. D. Necessity. The correct answer is A. Common intention. Question 82. Pandurang, Tukya and Bhilya vs. State of Hyderabad is associated with A. Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS. B. Section 149 BNS only. C. Section 30 to BNS only. D. Section 120 BNS only. The correct answer is A. Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS. Question 83. If several persons participate in a criminal act pursuant to a common intention, Section 3, subsection 5 may make each participant liable. A. Only for the smallest part of the act. B. As if the act were done by him alone. C. Only for presence at the scene. D. Only for civil liability. The correct answer is B. As if the act were done by him alone. Question 84. The central question in applying Section 3, subsection 5 of the BNS is whether the accused persons A. were related to each other. B. were present at the same place. C. shared a common intention and participated in the criminal act in furtherance of it. D. had identical motives. The correct answer is C. shared a common intention and participated in the criminal act in furtherance.